Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is BC Saint, and this is my survival world. So, in between episodes, I have been a little busy. I haven't completely finished this, but I am significantly further than I was. And let me show you the wonderful interior. Yeah, it definitely isn't finished. But there is some, it's coming right along, and I think that this is, for the scale, this is one of the nicer church builds that I've seen online. Although, a little bit of a teaching moment here. If you are going to do redstone inside of buildings, make sure that there is definitely enough room. Yeah, these redstone lamps are lit up from the bone meal farm that's inside, and there is nothing I can do about it. And as a matter of fact, on the other side here, there are actually a couple spots that cannot be filled because there's a slime block that has to be moved on the other side. So over here, I would like to point out an architectural thing that I had to keep in mind when I was building this. When you have these very tall walls like this, you need to make sure that your roof takes up about 1/3 of the entire height of your build. And that's not just a Minecraft thing, that actually goes into the architectural world when designing real houses. You need to take that into consideration as you're building it, or as you're drawing it up. Now, here with the stables, for instance, I did not quite accomplish that, but I had enough stuff, like the foliage there and this bump out. I had enough stuff to kind of hide the fact that I did not follow that rule. But with something at this scale, you do need to take that into consideration. Otherwise, it's just going to look weird, and either your roof is going to look too small or to take up too much surface area. So that's a little tip that I haven't heard on Minecraft channels that I think could help some people. But yeah. So in the previous episode, I really didn't accomplish much, but we got this island completely lit up. We built that tree over there, and we released a couple villagers into the start of this village. Well, I hate villagers because they all congregated in these pens on this side and the other. So I'm going to have to move these decorative hay bales and stuff just to avoid them getting trapped like that. Ugh. I can't stand villagers. So today's project, I am going to be doing a little bit of prep work for eventually going after an ancient city. See, the only form of wool that I have is, or the only form of wool farm that I have is a sheep in the pen over in the stables over there. And I would like to have an automatic farm for every color of the sheep, just so, you know, I have the wool if I want it. And also, I can use that to get into the ancient city structures. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of a freestyle build here. I don't like doing this, but I think I've got a good enough idea of what I want to do to be able to implement it well. So let me clear out this mess of an inventory, and we'll get right to it. Alright, and here is the progress so far. I'm actually kind of pleased with how it's turning out. However, I'm not very pleased with this cobblestone and stone foundation here. So I tried a basalt foundation on this side, and and I like that a little bit more. So I checked all my chests, and I literally only have... one piece of basalt. I've got a few smooth basalts that I'm assuming are from the bastions that I've raided. So I think I need to rectify the situation of not having any basalt by going to the Nether and popping up a quick basalt farm. I've already done a little bit of research into what I want to do, and surprisingly enough, I want to go with another Shulkercraft farm design. And yeah, so I'll see you on top of the Nether ceiling with all the items that I need, and we'll get started on that. Alright, and here it is. Just a quick little farm. Honestly, after I got all the materials and set up the beacon, you know, under my gold farm up there so it didn't work, tore it down, set it back up, this was honestly just a 5-minute build. This is a Shulkercraft design inspired by a Rayworks design. And yeah, so, oops. Let's give it a shot real quick and see how well it works. Press this. Nice. And supposedly it does... Ooh, definitely not lossless. But supposedly it does... Well, let me look that up real quick. 290 basalt per minute. So that is actually pretty awesome. And with this easy as this thing was to build, this is an awesome farm. So now I can get back to the sheep farm. Alright, and here we have it. This completed little build here. I would say it's not too bad for a freestyle. I'm kind of liking the way that it turned out. And now all that we have to do is... Well, we gotta get every colored sheep in here that we can get our hands on. And amazingly enough, I have accidentally caught a few sheep. Now, I don't know how this hole got here, but yeah, there's a hole here. I'm fairly certain this is naturally spawned even. And I can see that there's 2 down there. There might be more, I don't know. We'll get them put inside the barn, and we will start to farm the wool. Well, here it is. We have everyone in place, and all that's left to do is fill up these dispensers, get everything dyed, and, well, I guess figure out the collection system as well. uh, yeah, don't worry about that mutton. Um, so, yeah, and since I've got the option, I think I might make all the shears unbreaking. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, except I'm only gonna put one shear in each dispenser. So it would be more prudent to put more shears in, but I've got the option, so I'm gonna take it. All right, here it is, all finished. Uh, this, for some reason, took me significantly longer than it rightfully ever should have. I think part of it was, well, not part of it, but the majority of it was because I was lacking inspiration on this for some reason. So I'd get sidetracked and do stuff like this and figure out where the heaviest concentration of, oh, what are these? Of cornflowers were, so I could potentially build a flower farm so I could get blue dye, which I believe is the last dye color that I don't have a farm for, aside from the two tall flowers, but that's not that big of a deal. But in here, I took some time and I prettied up the floor. I don't know why. Whenever there's a barn or a stable or something, I just really like throwing the hay bales down as flooring. But there is an issue when you do that. As you can see, all, almost all of these uh, uh, blocks that the sheep are on are almost all dirt blocks. So some of these sheep might have might be waiting to eat, and the game just won't allow it because there's not the grass down there. So because of the aesthetics of this hay being here, I have hurt the rates of my farm, but I really don't care that much. And for those of you who are not aware, the reason why that would hurt my rates is because, let me give a little bit of a visual demonstration. So every, the likely, or the speed in which that grass will grow here is dependent on how many grass blocks are around it. So I started off with, well, just one grass block here. So if I, oops. So if I add more, the grass is going to grow here twice as fast. Now if I add here, 3 times as fast, 4 times as fast, 5 times, 6 times, you know, you get the picture. And I believe it even works up one block, if I'm not mistaken. I could be very well mistaken, but it doesn't really matter. I don't care to be that efficient with this farm. This is just going to work in the background every now and then at its own pace, and I'm okay with that. So, yeah. But I really like the finished project of this farm and this build itself. I even have a nice little storage area down here with all the labels being just barely sticking out of the bottom of the chests. I think that's kind of neat. And yeah. So let me run back outside and we'll take another look at it. Oh yeah. Kind of a nice little addition to this world. I think it ties in very well, and I'm really liking the fact that I did a completely different roof design on this, you know, because everything is very spiky and very tall and all that, and I think this is breaks things up enough to be a good addition. And don't mind that block over there. I I didn't realize when I was building it that I was building it so the roof would be an even number. Oh well. But I think that is going to do it for this episode. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. Like and subscribe if you would, please. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.